Welcome back to Rob Schmitt Tonight. A new series this week. We're calling it Soros: Politics of Crime. Shocking new reporting revealing the extent of George Soros' influence over America's justice system. According to Capital Research, Soros has thrown $29 million into dozens of political races, including many of the top DAs in the country. You can see some of them surrounding him in that graphic there. Soros, a radical left-wing open border ideologue who is either very misguided or has found some way to profit off of the demise of law and order in this country and of sophistication in this country, as he's done in the past. Let us remind you, here is George Soros 24 years ago on 60 Minutes.
In the last 2 years, you've been blamed for financial collapse of Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and Russia.
All of the above.
I am basically there to make money. I cannot and do not look at the social consequences of what I do.
He does not look at the social consequences of what he does, and that man is embraced by the left in this country. That tells you everything you need to know. Soros has an agenda here. He always does. We're joined tonight by Parker Thayer, investigative researcher at Capital Research. And Parker, we thank you for coming on. Why do you think George Soros is so desperate to install these candidates that enable our cities to turn into this type of anarchy that we've been seeing the last couple of years?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rob. Sure. I think it's because George Soros is a little more of an ideologue than even he likes to admit. Since about 2015, he spent $29 million to elect almost 24 district attorney candidates, all of them radically left-wing, across the country. Universally, they endorse policies that are bad for our cities. And it's part of, in my opinion, one of his utopian experiments at an idea he calls the open society. Mm-hmm. He's decided to create one of the largest political experiments ever, using our cities as guinea pigs, all in the name of helping the oppressed and urban communities that he professes to care about, at least publicly.
And that presumes that he's actually telling the truth when he indicates this open border. I mean, the thing that I find interesting when you listen to the clip we just listened from 60 Minutes, all through the time, he was donating money long before, when he was doing things when he was saying comments like, I can't think about the consequences of my actions, I'm here to make money, he was also donating tremendous amounts of money. It doesn't line up. There's something missing there. And I think there might be like a secret agenda that he has. And everything that he shows ostensibly, as donating money and open border, open society, and all of this utopic stuff that liberals seem to believe. I just feel like it's deeper than that. I don't know why.
I would tend to agree with you. I've studied a lot of what Soros does. He's involved in almost every country across the world. And universally, for example, he funds a lot of environmentalist works. Coincidentally, he's also one of the largest holders in a large electric vehicle manufacturing company. Mm-hmm. He gets rich, and he admits this off of a lot of his policies.
Yeah, he certainly does. You found that Soros started this in 2016, what he's doing now with the DAs, in part of the resistance to Donald Trump, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, kind of a focal point that shows how Soros was using these DAs as part of his resistance agenda is he's elected, I think, 4 district attorneys, maybe 5, in Texas, where the immigration crisis was a serious problem. These DAs refused to comply with ICE. They would help create sanctuary cities. They would not prosecute misdemeanor crimes committed by people here in the country illegally. And that was part of the resistance to Trump's common sense immigration reforms.
It's interesting stuff. Parker Thayer, thank you so much for taking the time. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.